Hey, hey YouTube, it's Jaden. Um, making this video kind of, what's the word? I don't know what the word is, but I'm making it because I was in the shower just now. Um, and I was thinking about fighting. I was thinking about all the fights I've been in, not including like, my brothers, but like, all the fights I've been in, like really like boxing, right? And I've only been in like two fights. It wasn't that many. And they were both, one was in elementary school and one was in middle school. So I mean, I don't box that much because there's no reason to do it. Like if you can talk it out, there's no need to like swing, right? So um, I was thinking about it, and then I remember when they caught. So the one in elementary school, they caught us because it was in gym class, right? Um, and so the gym teacher caught us, and then he sent us both to detention, right? Detention was so cruel. Like in elementary school rather, and in high school you deserve it, but like in elementary school it's like, fam, we're only 9 and 10 years old. Like, what are you putting us in detention for, right? um so I don't remember why it happened, because when you swinging at someone, it's just all red in front of you, like you just trying to hit a chin, you just trying to swing at somebody's cheek, you just trying to hit a chin, you just trying to do whatever. Now it's not even like like honestly, people think like boxing is like people think, not boxing, people think like when you're in a fight it takes like it's like such a long fight. Like fights are really like 15 seconds maximum. And since the teacher called us, it was like literally, I just remember I did like one of these like twice, and then the teacher called us, and I think he landed one. He didn't hit my face, but he like landed one on like my shoulder or something. So, and I didn't hit him once. I didn't hit him once, but then I ended up like, I don't know, somehow I did hit him, but it wasn't with any of my fists. I don't remember. I just remember him saying "ow" or something. He might have said "ow" because the teacher, like the teacher ended up like grabbing us both or whatever. Um, but anyways, so he ended up sending us to detention. I never told my mom the story because it's not even that, like, it wasn't even like it was detention to where it could affect my school career. It was just like detention, so I missed recess. It wasn't even like that deep. Well, this vitamin water is kind of good. I ain't never had vitamin water. So, anyways, like I said, the teacher called us. So the way the school schedule worked in the 4 or 5 school, this was fifth grade, I believe. So you'd have your class. You would start with your homeroom teacher. So we'd have math, then you go to your English teacher, math, English, and then you'd have lunch. Then you go to recess, and then you'd have, no, 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 you'd have, what was it? It was math, English. Then you would, yeah, yeah. Then you'd have gym. Then you eat lunch, and then you go to recess, and then you would have science and social studies, and then the day was over. So it was gym, and like I said, I was trying to swing at dude. I don't remember why. It was something. It was something. Apparently, it had to be trivial because it was, it's fifth grade. Like, who really cares? So, anyways, the teacher called us. He was grabbing at both of us, and he was like, "You guys both have detention." So he would tell my homeroom teacher that I had detention, and so I go to detention after lunch. Um, it's so trash that he would tell my homeroom teacher that, because then you'd have to go to your homeroom teacher and explain, that you have detention. Then you had to go to this. There was this one specific room for detention. People had detention. So it was my first day in detention actually. Um, and I was a good kid. Like, I never had detention before this, so I was kind of nervous. But then again, I had like this adrenaline, I guess, from the fight. So I was like, all right, this attention means nothing to me. Like, I really do this. So I went to the room and I opened the door. No, well, I guess the door was, I don't remember. But I remember I was walking in the room. I see like 15 other kids in detention, right? Like, I'm not the only one. So I'm thinking, this detention is going to be a breeze. Like, I have all these other kids to talk to. Apparently, you can't talk in detention. So, I was about to tap on Buddy. I was like, I forget his name because I don't know, so long ago, but he was one of my friends, and I was be like, "Oh, you here too?" I was about to, I was about to say that, but then the teacher, um, he didn't yell at me, but he was like real stern. He was like, "Jaden," You cannot talk to whoever he was. Um, and it was so trash too, cause like detention, the teacher has to like make sure the attendance is there because if someone skips it, then they're gonna have it even worse. But like if you say someone's name, like he said my name, and it was like they don't need to know that I'm here. You know, like what are you doing? Um, so all I remember is that detention lasted. It was like 30 minutes. It was so cruel too, because like I said, um, detention in fifth grade, they just make you skip recess, and it's so cruel. Here, I'm gonna explain. So you go to the room, and in the room, it was like it was the closest room to the playground, and the way that the seats were like set up was that you would so everybody was facing forward and the teacher was looking at us, but then directly to your left was the playground, and it was close enough to where you could see all the kids at the playground, to where if you waved at them they could wave back because they would see you, but we weren't really allowed to wave because we weren't allowed to do anything in detention. So it was real cool because like I would see all my friends playing wall ball. Wall ball is a really good game. I don't Nobody black knows what wall ball is, but I feel like if our community knew what it was, like we would have such a blast. Um, so I would see all my friends playing like wall ball or playing tag or whatever, and like I'd just be sitting in the corner like, and we weren't allowed to like really move our head unless like we really had to, because the teacher would know that we would all try to look to the playground. So I'd be kind of like looking out my peripheral, like, yo, Jimmy got the ball now, like I'd be doing like all the trivial nonsense. And so it was real interesting because that was the first time I went to detention, and I noticed a couple faces, that people that were my friends and the people that I kind of didn't like. Um, there was this one black girl. Um, she was like super emo at the time. Like she wore like black what is it when you like paint your eyelids? I don't know what it is. I don't know makeup like that. Um, I think is it eyeliner? I guess that makes sense if you think about it logically. I think it's eyeliner. So yeah, she would be wearing like black eyeliner all around her face. Like her lipstick was black. She was in fifth grade. She had lipstick. I didn't know that was a common thing. All the other girls I knew didn't have lipstick, but she had like black lipstick. She was like real emo. She would wear like these plaid dresses. Is it plaid? I think it's plaid. But like yeah, these plaid dresses, and she had like earrings. She was real emo. Um, but I actually I do respect her to this day because she just graduated. She was in my class, but then I ended up skipping grade, so that's a whole thing. But she's going to an Ivy League, so that's props, honestly. Um, but anyways, yeah, she was real emo, and like I was trying to steer clear of her at the time, cause I didn't want to, I didn't know what was going on in the emo group, because it was her plus a couple other white girls that were like also, like very emo. They were all wearing like the plaid dresses and the black lipstick and black eyeliner. I was like, all right, let me not sit near them ever. um, but yeah, like that was my first fight. It really didn't do anything to me, because like I said, I didn't really hit bro with my fists like I thought I would. People are a lot more agile than you think. um, and he hit me, but it wasn't like it didn't hurt because again, it was on my shoulder. Like I thought, I thought he was gonna be swinging at my face, but like he hit me in my shoulder. It was like, all right, I don't know what you trying to do with that one, but that was my first fight. It landed me in detention. Um, and then the other two times I went to detention was because so I kind of I'm not necessarily proudest of this, but I kind of got my dad's mouth. Like I'm extremely sarcastic. Um, in a good and bad way. Like I know when it'll sting, but obviously I don't intend to do it unless I really don't like you. And my homeroom teacher, the one that taught science and math, I didn't necessarily like her because she was real stern with it. Like our English and social studies teacher, she was really nice. Like she really liked us, and she knew that like she would like group all the gifted and talented people together because like we already knew each other. We were in the same class in third grade, fourth grade, and now fifth grade. So like we were already, excuse me, we were already like kind of cool with each other. So she would like group us together, you know, so we could just hang out more. Meanwhile, like our science and math teacher, my homeroom teacher, she would just like she was real stern for no reason. Like, fam, we are 11 years old. What are you doing? Like, you are 30. Like, do better, you know. So I really I didn't like her. Um, so I just kind of knew that, you know, she kind of I don't know. It was real. It was a weird like vibe with her. Um, so yeah, I'd be sarcastic sometimes. Sometimes I would just like talk back to the teacher, and it got so bad those 2 days that she sent me to detention. And at that point, it was like it was real weird because like it was like I was trying to stick it to the man, except it was a woman. I was trying to stick it to the woman that like detention does nothing to this kid, like what you gonna do to me? Like I'm still standing, like I would try to come back from detention and I'd be like, okay, like I'm still cool and like it was weird because in fifth grade, um, obviously we're real young, so I would like come back, I'd be walking back to the classroom, and in my mind I'm like, okay, so if she hears me laughing, then obviously she would know that I had a great time in detention. So like I'd be coming back from detention, I'd be walking back to the room, and I'd just be laughing for no reason. Like, I'd be laughing real hard and just like real obnoxiously, so I know that she would hear it. And then like I'd come back in the room with like a large smile on my face, like you know, and I'd make sure she would like see it. So like I'd be like looking at her. I'd be like, as I'm walking back to my seat, so she would see me smiling. Um, that's real stupid, like in hindsight, but that's what I did. Um, but yeah, I was thinking about fighting and detention while I was in the shower, and I figured I'd make a video on it. So, and again, I never felt the need to tell this to my mom because it wasn't like high school detention. Because high school detention apparently is real rough. Apparently, it's like after school, isn't it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's after school, and I think it actually does something to your academic career. Meanwhile, like I said, in the 4 or 5 school, it just you skip out on 30-minute recess, so it wasn't nothing serious. Um, but yeah, that's all I got. So I'm gonna go watch some Richard Pryor. So peace.